Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is John. I'm here with Kai Kai.
Hey, you're going by John now?
Oh shit, that's not even. Well,
No,
that
just
is
go
my.
by John.
No,
Your
I'm
name's John.
Narwhal. I am Narwhal.
Okay.
That is my name. I am here with Kai Kai.
What?
Kylie.
Why? Why are you
I
doing
don't
this?
know.
No.
You're just looking cute today, Kyle. I'm just in a good mood. I'm feeling happy.
But why'd you admit?
The closer you are to a female, the happier I am. Is that strange?
Yes. Do you wish I was a female? Would
I
I be
mean,
hot?
there's.
Would I be hot?
I think you'd be a hot female. I mean, not my type, but
No, I'd be your
no,
type.
you'd be hot though.
No, Never mind.
Yeah, guys, how's it going? It turns out that a lot of kids actually did grow up getting tossed into pools when they were infants.
Yeah, wait.
So,
That didn't happen to me.
no, I didn't know that was a thing at all.
I took swimming lessons when I was like a wee baby. And from what I believe to have happened, I was on top of a little floaty thing and they kind of push you around.
Yeah, and you just learn to kick, and then
Yeah.
eventually your arms get into it.
I remember being in like a little tub, and they put the tub on top of the water, so like the tub floats,
Yeah, yeah.
and they just kind of like
That
move you
doesn't,
around
that
in
doesn't
the
count
tub.
though. It's you're not
They put a little water
swimming, you
in the
dumb
tub.
bitch.
I went through Y5.
Yeah, and I bet
I'm a better swimmer than
I bet
you.
your mom was over there clapping. Good job, Kyle.
No, she was up top.
But in reality,
Probably
you weren't
reading a
even
book.
doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. But I did a lot of swimming lessons. My mom like made me get through like a bunch of levels of swimming lessons.
Like I remember even when I knew you were in the process of your swimming career.
yeah, it was like
and
most of elementary school. I
It was
swimming.
a
It
while.
was a long career, and I'm not a great swimmer. Like I can swim. I guess it's good because I know all the strokes and I can survive. I can tread water for a while.
Yeah, see, I think that's you might not think it's that beneficial, but I think that is a good life skill to have because
is.
I never took any swimming lessons, and my mom just like we grew up on a lake, so she just kind of was like, "Oh, you can just figure
Tossed
it
you in the
out."
water, which that's
But,
fine
like,
too.
And I can survive in water, but since I never took swimming lessons,
I thrive in water.
I don't know how to
Do
I don't know how to
strokes?
do the different strokes. Like
What can you
even
do?
just the breaststroke, is that the normal one?
no.
The
That's
freestyle.
freest-
Okay,
Yeah, front stroke roll.
freestyle. I can't like do it with my head in the water
Really?
because I've never learned the technique on how to. I'll try and turn my head to
I mean-
breathe, and I just get water down my lungs, and I
Yeah,
start
that's-
choking, and then I'm doing exactly what swimming is supposed to avoid.
I'll be honest. I don't remember the last time I did that and actually like did the whole thing where I'm like breathing from the side because there's no point of doing that if I'm just in the water. I'm not trying.
But
to,
that's like the most productive form of swimming, right?
Yeah, but you can. Yeah, that's true. There's no reason to do it though. Like unless you're in a
If
race.
you're trying to like work out or just like swim
Yeah,
somewhere quickly.
That's true. That's true.
Like
But-
guys, Kyle and I and all of my friends in high school, we had this phase where we were during the summers we
Oh,
got
yeah.
just addicted to swimming competitions
and
and
synchronized diving.
synchronized diving, which
Yeah,
was
weird
low
phase.
key
Pretty fun.
really fun, and I don't think many people have ever tried that with their friends.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, dude, there was a whole summer where we had judges, so like two of our friends would be the judges, and then it would be like me versus Kyle, and we would create like, all right, you got to go to the buoy and back, but on the way there you got to do a breaststroke, and on the way back you got to do like a butterfly.
and they like time you.
But none of us knew how to do the butterfly.
I can do butterfly.
All right, but not really.
Pretty good. I took a lot of swimming lessons. That's one of those things. Is like, why do we learn the butterfly? When am I ever going to use the butterfly?
Unless
I'm
you're
not Michael Phelps.
competing as a swimmer,
There's
you're
no reason.
never gonna do the butterfly.
Like the backstroke makes sense. If I'm on my back, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Front stroke, that makes sense. Breaststroke, that's like the easiest. Like it's basically treading water.
Yeah.
Butterfly. I'm not
Butterfly
doing
is like
butterfly.
shooting a basketball, like learning how to play basketball, but with like a 15-pound ball. It's like, it's cool, I guess,
Yeah,
but there's no purpose.
But we also had a phase of belly flopping, and that reminded me of Snapchats the other day. I got a reminder the other day of like 3 years ago on Snapchat, John had a day where he was doing everything for money. He tried to belly flop for money, but he couldn't. This kid can't belly flop.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of failed attempts of him belly flopping, and then I threw a tennis ball as far as I could into the lake, and he retrieved it with his mouth for like $2 twice.
Yeah, so there was a few different things, right? It was
belly
I
flopping,
had to
which
belly
you couldn't
flop, and then I had to go retrieve it like a dog. So I had to
Twice.
swim out there, and I swam back with it in my mouth. And then when we were done at the lake, there was this grass hill, and they were like, I want you to roll up the hill.
No, I roll down and then roll back
Oh,
up.
I did both.
Yeah.
So I was rolling up the hill shirtless, which made me extremely itchy.
I don't know.
But like, most of you probably have never tried rolling up a hill. It is way harder than you think.
That's a good workout.
Yeah, dude, it's like a
What-
core workout.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Why don't athletes do that?
that'll
we
be the
see
new.
like we see Jameis swinging baseball bats, like dropping back. Have you seen that video?
Wait,
Dude, Jameis has been doing the weirdest like workout videos. He has that one where he's like supposed to be in the pocket and the guy swings a bag at him and he's like ducks out of the way, but it's like you're never ducking like that in the pocket.
yeah.
And then there was one where he was wearing a helmet and he had a baseball bat. And he was dropping back like a quarterback and then swinging the bat.
What is that,
I don't know.
dude? If
does the
Jameis
weirdest-
just turns into like, an amazing quarterback,
He's
this will be
going
the
to.
funniest sequence of events of like anyone's career.
Yeah, I think he is probably the player other than anyone on the Seahawks that I root for the most. I just want him to succeed because he's just so.
How hilarious
just
would
funny
it
to
be
watch.
if he just so next year he won't be the starter, right? But probably the year after that.
It's between him and Taysom Hill. Well, he's only on a 1-year deal, so
Oh,
he would have to resign. But yeah,
Damn, dude. Just imagine, like, not this upcoming year, but the year after that, he like leads them to a Super Bowl.
dude, that would be sweet. I'd be so happy for him.
But yeah, wait, going back to what I wanted to originally say. So, our episode, 2 episodes ago, so like a week ago, we were talking about there was this video of this mom throwing her baby into a pool, and we thought it was
Was
just,
that the mom or was that the instructor?
it was a mom who is a swim instructor for babies.
Okay, that baby might be like the future of swimming, USA Swimming.
So it turns out, so this was a TikTok, and it's her TikTok, I think, and she posted it. And I did some research, and it got like a ton. It went viral and had a ton of controversy, but it was like 50% of people were saying like, "Oh, you're a terrible mother. What are you doing?" And the other 50% of people are like, "You guys are all stupid as fuck. This has been happening for like hundreds of years. This is how many people all around the world learn to swim. This is like a very common practice." And she's like a licensed instructor, and she like apparently people have been trying to show people like this isn't weird. This is like a thing that happens everywhere.
Yeah, but they've been showing them by just tossing more babies into the water, which, like I said before, I get it if you're like 6. But dude, that was a baby. That kid, there's no way that baby can walk. How is it gonna just?
And then I was seeing some debates, and I was going through like replies and stuff, and someone was like, "Well, what if the baby accidentally like breathes in some of the water?"
Yeah, it's dumb. It probably did.
And then the person replied and said, "The babies cough. That's what happens when you accidentally consume water. Humans have a," and it makes sense. Like if you accidentally get water and you're not supposed to, the human reaction is your body coughs, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, but I would think a baby would take. I know not to take a deep breath underwater. A baby doesn't know that. They've never been in this environment. They
I'm
can
just
inhale
saying, it
deeply.
blew my mind that this works. So
Oh, well, we'll see. If we see that baby, like we see in the news that this mother is like on trial for murder for drowning her baby.
no, dude, it's like you know, there's multiple ways to learn how to like shoot a basketball. So maybe you like learn from a coach, or maybe you just go and learn to shoot.
This is not the same
and then
comparison. There's no like violent way to learn how to shoot a basketball.
No, but that's the thing I'm saying. I've learned that this is not a violent thing. This is like a equally as common way as swimming lessons.
Okay.
Like this is part of the process for many people in many parts of the world.
All I'm saying is she didn't have to throw it in the water. She could have like placed it or like had it maybe.
Sure.
I feel like the way you teach a baby is like you hold it in your hands like this and you
Yeah.
have it float a little bit. And you
And
just
then
kind of
pretty
have it
soon-
float around.
You just let
You let go and watch it sink. No, but like she just tossed it and then watched it suffer for a couple seconds and then hopped in on top of it.
Hey, like I said, sink or swim.
It
It floated.
definitely didn't swim. Okay.
Yeah, so
I saw something.
all right.
Actually, I'll give Luke credit for this. He sent it to me, but it's a horoscope from 1979 that I want to read to you because it is the most.
A horoscope just for that year or for a specific
It was
person
just from
of that year?
1979. That's all the information I have. It was a tweet. It said,
Okay.
1979 horoscope. I am fucking begging you to read this. Okay, so what were you again? You were a Capricorn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so they have one for each
Yeah.
each
All right.
type.
So, okay, Capricorn. You are conservative and afraid of taking risks. You are basically chicken shit. There has never been a Capricorn of any importance. You should kill yourself.
Wait, these are real?
Yeah, look at this.
How do
This
we
old
know
as
this-
shit. I don't know what this is from, but
like, all right, what's yours?
all right, Pisces. You have a vivid imagination and often think you are followed by the FBI or CIA. You have no influence on your friends, and people resent you for flaunting your power. Your lack of confidence. Oh, you lack confidence, and you are generally a dipshit.
Dude.
So, pretty harsh.
Yo, back then, people, I think,
I feel like that's legit. That's what they said back then.
yeah, but I think in a way we need more of that.
Well,
of
you
people
should kill
just,
yourself though.
all right, maybe don't tell me
Don't
to
say
kill
that.
myself, but like, we don't need to sugarcoat everything. I like that. They're straight to the point. It's like, you're probably
I feel like-
uncreative. Your friends don't like you.
I feel like this had to be a joke though. It was like, oh, you're a little persistent. Oh, you lack a little imagination. You fucking suck. No one likes you. You should die. It just
Yeah.
gets worse and worse.
I mean, I don't think, it's find that hard to believe that that's real, but I mean, that's the thing with
none
Twitter
of this
is,
is real. So, you know
yo,
what I'm saying?
what, that life isn't real?
No. Well, whoa.
I thought that's what you were going. I thought you were trying
No,
to.
I was saying horoscopes aren't real. Someone just writes them.
Oh, yeah, sure. But I thought you said none of this is real. And I thought you were just like hitting me with a cold, hard fact that none of this actually matters.
It doesn't.
And that is what's crazy, is that at the end of the day, with like, it might seem like 50 years from now or 60 years from now or a couple years from now, whenever we die, we might seem like that's a long ways away. And we think, because of our ego, we think that we like have meaning or that like we're important.
Yeah.
But in reality, we are just a little speck of sand in the human race, in the whole galaxy, which probably isn't shit. And we're just going to die and nothing matters.
That's true. I guess like you could look at it as I want to impact people around me, I guess.
But they
there's-
don't matter either.
there's very few people that I would say have like lasted the through history and have been important, and you can look back and be like everything they did was great.
Yeah. But we're
Very
even
few
finding
people.
out most of the people
That's
that
what I'm
didn't live
saying.
through history,
No one's good.
that has lived through history is actually like pretty good.
Nelson Mandela was pretty good. Gandhi was good.
Gandhi was good.
MLK.
Nelson Mandela, MLK.
Well, for all we know they could have been just assholes when they were little kids.
I mean, a lot of people were assholes when they were kids, sure.
Everyone was an
Yeah.
asshole when they were a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi.
Is that his
I'd
first
like
name?
Mahatma. I
Okay.
think
That sounds right.
I'm almost positive.
I was gonna say never mind. Yeah, it's probably right. You know Nelson Mandela and Morgan Freeman look super similar. Have you looked at pictures?
Is that real or is that just
They're just
something
like,
that you've thought before?
just something I've thought before.
Okay.
Nelson Mandela is more. Oh fuck! I gotta sneeze. It went away.
Oh,
My-
that's
you
the
see-
worst,
I'm,
dude.
like,
You got
crying
blue
right now.
balled.
Yeah, my balls are just
Blue.
blue.
What is that? Do you know blue balling? Like, do you balls?
It's not a real thing, is it?
Well, the
Health teachers always said, girls, no matter what boys say, blue balls is not a real thing. Health
Well,
teachers
no, I
always
mean,
said
it
that
is-
shit. No, health teachers always said that shit.
but it's real. It's just your balls don't turn blue, but blue balls is still a thing.
they said it wasn't true.
Wait, can we clarify what blue balls is?
It's like
Isn't
your
that when-
balls hurt from like lack of release.
Oh, wait. I thought blue balls is when you're like about to get it.
Yeah.
You're like excited.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you
So it's
just
like you fill up.
Stop. Yeah, so you fill up and then you can't
And then
do
you-
it.
Yeah, so then you don't release, and then it builds up over time.
Yeah, but
and
it
your balls
doesn't.
hurt.
But I think the phrase blue balls doesn't mean that it like causes you pain. It's just like, oh fuck, dude, I got blue balled. You know?
Yeah, but why would you say blue?
I don't know why.
Why is blue pain?
Why is an orange called an orange?
'Cause
Because it's orange.
Why would you call blue balls? That disproved your point.
Okay, you're right. It did, but I don't know. It's just why. Like, it's just the name of it. It just happens to have the phrase blue in it. You know?
What's blackballed?
That's not a thing.
That's a thing. I
Blackballed.
saw it in a tweet. People are saying, "Look, can we stop saying blackballed?"
I'm gonna look it up.
It's like racist, like blacklist too.
Oh! Is that started from like a race thing?
Is Black Friday offensive?
I don't know. These are all
I don't
good
know either.
questions.
Because I
There's a
have
lot
seen
of-
people talking about that.
Black.
But I also have also said or seen people say like we're focusing too much on little things. Like we can't call it a master bedroom now.
Yeah.
Like they're focusing on the little things where there's the bigger issue that we're really trying to focus on. That's what I've seen some black people tweeting, but I don't know.
Blackball. Reject typically by means of secret ballot. Her husband was blackballed when he tried to join the country club.
Oh shit, that's the
So
rich
it's like,
problem.
so it's like blacklisted kind of.
What's blacklisted? That's like you're on a bad
It's
list.
like a blacklist means like you're on like a unspoken list where you'll never like get hired by this company because you did this thing, or you'll never be able to join this group because like you're blacklisted for doing something. I'll look up.
I've heard blackball before. That's happened with like Colin Kaepernick.
Blacklist, a list of people or things that are regarded as unacceptable or untrustworthy and should be excluded or avoided.
Who decided to put black on that?
I don't know.
Now it seems racist.
I feel like we could call it a red list because usually green means go, red is bad.
Stop. Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah, a red list. That's better.
That-
Why are?
Not again.
Oh,
Don't do
dude.
this.
Stop it.
Stop it.
No more. Why are the Redskins still a team?
Yeah, I don't know,
Why are
man.
the
There's a
Indians
lot
still
of
a team?
there's a lot of things that.
Like those two in particular.
Do you think the Cleveland Indians?
Yeah.
Could they rebrand where they're still the Indians, but it's like
Indian people.
India Indians?
I don't think you can because your mascot is like a group of people. Like they're animals, you know what I mean? But then there's also the Spartans, which were like a group of people.
Oh,
But they were like warriors.
yeah. So what? We're just gonna pick and choose because maybe that's only because Spartans don't exist. If there were still Spartans out there floating around,
Yeah.
people would probably be upset.
Again, I'm not trying to like fight and say that the Indians should be a thing.
No, they
but, like,
shouldn't.
They shouldn't. The Redskins is worse though. They're both bad. Indians, like, how can we just say that this is a mascot? Like,
And it's crazy
Redskins.
that like
and people
it's,
are fighting
It's
it.
one thing if it's some rando company that like sells hand soap or something called the
Yeah.
Redskins.
It's a football team. We're
It
the
is like
NFL.
it is in the NFL, one of the most
Yeah.
profitable organizations in the country.
Well, their owner is really bad too. They just have bad. That's why they're always
And
shitty.
you
is
think
they
it
have
would
bad
be easy to
ownership.
like? What's all the holdup for? Because people have been talking about changing that name.
Some
for-
people don't want it. I've been seeing so many people like trying to fight to keep it. It's like people trying to keep the Confederate flag around.
Yeah, it's just crazy that it takes. Like, listen, if the Seattle Seahawks weren't the Seahawks and had some name that was offensive, I'm not gonna. It's still the same team. I don't think I would be I mean, I like the name Seahawks. I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
But I wouldn't be invested in the name, especially if it's offensive.
Yeah, and if one day that like, let's say the Seahawks just announced, hey, we're rebranding to. I was gonna say the Seagulls,
That'd be
but
worse.
that would be pretty bad.
Sea dog, sea wolf.
See, if they want to do
Oh, wait,
the
no.
Seawolves, that'd be dope.
That's the rugby team.
The Seattle Seawolves?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For sure. Yeah.
Speaking of, you hear the name of the new Key Arena?
Yeah. What's
So-
it called again? Like green.
It's called Climate
climate.
Safe.
Promise? No. Climate.
Fuck. Yeah, dude, it's something like that, like climate activist or climate safe.
Pledge. Climate pledge.
Climate pledge, I think.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know,
That's the most Seattle thing ever.
climate pledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you've never been to Seattle, there's this arena that used to be called Key Arena, and they tore it down.
That's where the Sonics play.
And it's where the Sonics played, and then obviously we don't have the Sonics anymore, RIP. But the Storm played there and stuff. But they tore it down, and they've rebuilt it now, and they just announced the name, and it is called Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah, they're gonna have zero carbon emissions. I'm pretty sure it's like a completely green. It's Amazon owns it or whatever.
Yeah, which is like, I think that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
super cool. So it's called Amazon names venue for Seattle's new hockey franchise, the Climate Pledge Arena.
Does
And
our
it just-
hockey team have a name yet?
I don't think that's been announced. Oh wait,
They're the Kraken, right?
It has. I think the Kraken.
It's not bad.
got a lot of crackheads in Seattle.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of crackheads right outside that stadium for sure.
If there's ever a guy that tests positive for like drugs, they're gonna on the hockey team. They're gonna call them the crackheads pretty quickly.
Yeah. So it says it's the greenest ice in the NHL because it has like 0 emissions, which is pretty cool. But I mean,
Nice.
why couldn't we just call it? Like I think
Green Arena.
is Climate Pledge like a company?
I think they're pledging to save the climate.
I know it just doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't, but you could call it. We could nickname it. Let's
the Green Arena.
Keepa CPA.
It's
Call
like,
it CPA.
what's a CPA? A chief? No, my dad like he has a
CPA.
CPA for his business. It's like a accountant person.
Certified
What does that stand
personal
for?
assistant.
Certified personal accountant.
That sounds right.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. So we could call it the CPAs.
Keepa.
Let's just think about how cool it would have been if it's called the Green Arena.
That would be cool.
It
was already Key
rhymes.
Arena. Green Arena. It's not much.
Yeah,
different.
and all the teams have green in them.
Green Arena. Well, that's a little like arena, you know. Green Arena. It's like
Yeah. Well, it's not worse than Climate Pledge Arena, but
That's true. I mean, we got mad when Quest Field changed to CenturyLink Field.
I like the sound of CenturyLink now. It just took. It was hard.
If you
but-
think about it, it's not good. Quest is way cooler.
Quest Field. Yeah, but it's like eventually.
It's like, oh, they're coming to the Clink. That's what
Yeah.
you call it. It's not great.
Okay, but T-Mobile Park also sucks.
Yeah. Safeco is dope.
Listen, if it was T-Mobile Park, but it wasn't pink, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's the pink.
Why do we have to? I
We're not
get that
pink.
they paid like $50 million or like $100 million for
a
it,
lot more.
like $500 million
I
or
don't
$1
know,
billion.
actually.
I get it. Let's just change their colors. Let's just not tell them.
But T-Mobile, they're pink, so I get it. Like they
I
want
know,
to
but it's the Seahawks or
everywhere.
the Mariners play there.
I get it. Yeah,
the
there's no-
Mariners aren't pink.
I agree. It's too much pink. If it's a little bit of pink, maybe just on the logo, that's fine. But there's just like pink lighting everywhere. It's like, this isn't Seattle. Seattle's green and blue.
Yeah, man. You tell them. And rainbow. Whole lot of rainbow.
Rainbow too. Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a. I wonder what the first franchise to have like a gay like pride uniforms.
Oh, bro! If my team
That'd be cool.
actually,
Like you
It's
can make
hard.
such cool uniforms with a rainbow.
yeah, it would be cool, but in another sense, it would be like really old after. Like rainbow's one of those things where it's like a niche thing. It's cool to wear it like once a month for
Well,
a
it's-
special
It's
occasion.
like the Seahawks neon green jerseys. You don't want to see them always wearing,
Yeah.
but they break them out once, and it's like, oh, those are kind of cool, but I don't want to see them again.
Yeah, and that's how I feel like rainbow. If they had like a rainbow Sunday where it's like once a season, it's all rainbow.
Color rush.
That would be dope.
It's literally color rush. It's just all of them.
Yeah. What's the what do people say that like white and black aren't colors? That's a thing, right?
Yeah, one of them's absence of color, and one of them's all the colors.
Yeah, and you argued with me, and I was 100% certain that you were wrong.
white light is all the colors.
I'm not talking about light. White is no color. Black is all of the colors. That's why.
Okay, but
Listen, hear me out.
But I was talking light.
Okay.
I'm
hear me
always
out.
talking when I'm talking color. I'm always talking in light.
No,
So you
you're
should know
not.
that.
Shut up. You're just. Yo, but I could be totally scientifically wrong.
think you
But
are.
I'm just gonna say that this as if it's a fact. That is why when you're outside and it's hot out, if you're wearing a black shirt, you get way sweatier
Absorbs.
because it has all the colors, so it absorbs like the
Or-
light more.
Or the black is like, oh, I need more color. I have none, so it's trying to take all of the light to create color, and then it creates heat instead.
You know, I could look this up and try and figure it out.
No,
but
I know I'm
you're
wrong.
wrong.
I know I'm
so.
wrong. I'm just trying to defend myself until the end. I had a couple people tell me that they were a little disappointed in you, that
What?
you didn't know the difference between a tiger and a lion.
Who? Okay. First
Two
of all,
separate
people, guys, that's a common mistake.
It really isn't. It's really not. The tiger is one of the most distinct. That and a zebra are the most distinct patterns on animals.
Okay, a zebra, it's so easy to know. It's just black
Oh,
and
I
white.
couldn't tell. What's the difference between a horse and a zebra?
The color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stripes mostly.
Yeah, so we're on the same page here.
Yeah, so tiger, lion, stripes, no stripes. Tiger, stripes.
Okay.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you explain yourself a little bit more for people who are concerned about you maybe people are in the same boat as you. I hope they aren't.
Okay, listen, it's not that I don't know that they both exist, okay?
I haven't been saying that.
I know, but I think maybe people might have got it twisted. I'm aware that lions and tigers, I both know their things and have seen them, but it's just that in my head, I've said it before, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen. I know they're different people, and if I see photos, I can point them apart, but in my head, things just get all jumbled up. I'm dyslexic when it comes to visuals, maybe, for certain things.
I guess, yeah.
Jordan is dyslexic when he talks.
Yeah.
Like, not when he writes, but when he says words, they come out backwards sometimes, a lot of the time.
Okay.
So I think maybe I just get faces mixed up.
Okay. I just feel like when you're a little kid, lion and tiger are some of the first things in your picture books, and
which is why I get them twisted, because it's like I should learn them in different stages of life.
If anyone agrees with John here, please let us know. And if you are on the same page as me, please let us know, because
why
we
as
can
a
put
kid,
poll up.
why am I going to have a kid's book and it's like, oh, this is Terry the tiger. And it's like, oh, he's so cute. And then the next book, it's Larry the lion. And I'm like, this is too many. Why are they? Let's get drastically different animals for the time being, you know?
I get that they are both cats, but like a tiger is one of the most distinct animals.
Okay, give me something that you get mixed up. Like things that you in your head maybe just think they're similar, even though they're not.
Mountain lion and a cougar, because they basically look the same.
Okay. I thought those kind of were the same, but maybe
I think
not.
they are the same, actually.
Okay, yeah. I think.
Puma, is that a thing too?
What about like a
panther?
Okay, I'll give you guys one that maybe you can relate to.
Okay.
Like
rhino, hippo.
I know those
They're both big
those
and
pretty
fat.
distinct.
Yeah.
They're big, gray, and fat, sure. But like, okay, a yellow lab and a golden retriever. Hear me out.
Okay.
I know
Hearing you out.
they're very different, and they're easy for me to tell. But I could see how someone could see a yellow lab and think, "Oh, you got a golden retriever." If they've never had a dog, like I've never had a tiger or a lion.
Okay. Can I have a counterpoint?
Sure.
All right. Let's say this yellow lab has stripes all over it. Can you tell them apart? Oh, yellow labs have stripes. Golden retrievers don't.
All right,
It's
but
easy to tell the difference, right?
see, wait, which one has stripes?
Tiger. Oh,
I still don't know this though.
The tiger has stripes.
Okay, I'm
Oh
sorry that I don't know this.
It's okay. I just
I don't know what you
feel
want me to say.
I feel sad. Like it hurts my soul. I don't know. I just
Like,
I don't get how that happens. to a
Unless I
human being.
write down tigers have stripes like 100 times on a piece of paper, I'm not gonna retain this knowledge in a year
Frosted
from now.
Flakes, Tony the tiger. He's got stripes.
Oh, that's actually a good little thing for me to remember, because I know Tony the tiger. So maybe that's, you know how you learn in school little songs to remember math, like PEMDAS.
Yeah. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
So it's whenever I see or I'm having a conversation about lions and tigers.
Tony the tiger. It's like when you don't know left and right, and you look at your hands, you go, oh, "Okay, left makes the L."
Yeah.
Or never eat soggy waffles for.
Or
No,
smog. Signal mirror over the shoulder go.
Yeah, that's good too. Okay. Well, since you don't know what tigers look like, do you know where they live?
The Amazon rainforest. Yo, there's tigers in the rainforest.
There's a lot of rainforests.
Dude,
You
think
think
about
they live in the Amazon rainforest?
what's the movie?
That's South America.
Yeah. No,
No.
what's that movie with the fucking that got
Life of Pi.
reanimated with the kid
Jungle
and
Book.
yeah, Jungle Book. They're in a jungle and there's actually are there tigers in that movie?
I don't know, but I wouldn't. There's a bear too, so it's like.
All right. Well, I
It's
know
not bears in the
lions are
jungle.
kind of in the safari, the
And where's
plains
that?
of Africa.
Okay, lions are in Africa. Okay, we got that down. Where are tigers?
Tigers could potentially also be in Africa,
I don't think they're in Africa.
but I think they're closer to jungle type.
Okay, so you think Amazon rainforest jungle?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
They're
Tell me
not-
the answer.
No, they're in like India.
Tigers are in India?
Yeah, they're in
Hmm.
like India.
I'm gonna look this up because
Okay,
I
okay.
bet they live in some, maybe not the Amazon, but
You're
they're
right,
in
There
rainforest.
could be. They are in the rainforest. That is what they are, or like jungle, I guess. But it's like the Indian jungle.
Okay, so I was
Asian.
Sort of right.
Yeah, but
They're just the wrong type of jungle.
it's the wrong side of the world.
Where do tigers live? It says Asia. Wild tigers live in Asia. Large subspecies such as Siberian tiger tend to live in northern, colder areas such as eastern Russia or
Dude.
northeastern China.
Russia has it all.
I'm-
Everything bad is in Russia.
I'm kind of scared of Russia just as a whole.
People in Russia too are just. I feel like they just are stone cold people that they don't laugh, but they only laugh when they hurt you. They beat
Or
people
make
up
fun
and they're
of
like,
you.
"That was a good joke."
I just can't picture a Russian person that's like understanding.
No offense to Russia. I have a little bit of Eastern European in me, so I'm one of you.
Yeah. Nepal.
It was like 1%.
Myanmar. Laos. Is it Laos?
Laos?
Laos? I think it's Laos.
Laos.
Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia, Bangladesh, India. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's a tiger. See, but now if I look up photos of a lion, oh, yeah, they're very different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then a liger, that's not fair. That's also why I get confused because they
But
have
ligers-
ligers and it's half and half.
But okay.
So how am I supposed to know then? You could try and trick me and make me feel dumb. You could show me a photo of a liger and be like, "Oh, is this a lion or a tiger?"
Ligers
and no
are-
matter what I say, I'm going to be wrong, and they're going to make fun of me on the podcast.
Slow your roll there, kid. Ligers are not naturally. They're not natural things because
Yeah.
obviously we have just found out lions and tigers are not in the same area, and it's like they force them to breed.
Isn't that fucking
It's like that
wild?
Doc Antle dude from Tiger
Yeah.
King has ligers.
Dude, imagine if they could do that with like humans and something sort of close to a human. Like they take the closest,
Like a ape, like a
the-
chimp.
yeah, and they crossbreed them.
That's what people think Bigfoot might be, or like, kind of like split off. We're related to apes. And there's like obviously there's different types of cats. There's like human beings. There's
Yeah.
like chimps, and there's like Bigfoot.
and then just the one Bigfoot.
No,
you
there's,
think there
there's a
was
lot
many?
of them. Not a lot of them, but like there's
They're close to extinction
hundreds. I think there's hundreds
of Bigfoots.
to thousands.
Are they
I'd say
big feet?
thousands.
Are they big feet or Bigfoots?
Big feet.
There's hundreds of big feet out there.
I think it's Bigfoots. Sasquatches.
Now, Bigfoot has to have pretty big feet.
He does
Right.
have big feet.
How
He and she.
do we think that he and she has bigger feet than Shaq, let's say? Like,
Like a baby might have similar to size to Shaq, but growing up, I think they are bigger. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Hey, I'm holding on to the fact that I think Bigfoot's real.
Yeah, I mean, we still have that bet that if you ever prove Bigfoot's real,
Yeah. Or does it ever have to be I have to single-handedly prove that he's real, or just if he is found to be real? Because
If-
I like that thought better.
if Bigfoot is found to be real, I will be your butler.
Oh, dude, I'm winning that. In our lifetime, someone will find and document Bigfoot.
But nothing matters, like I said earlier.
That's
know?
true. It would matter to me. though.
Okay, so I wanted to go back to that. Recently, so every day I have a list of a certain amount of things that I want to get done, sort of.
What was
like a
your list today?
checklist. I think well, let me pull it up for you. It was edit typical gamer video, record PIMS, have Matt come over, help set up studio, edit typical gamer Thursday video, get Ethernet wired, blah blah blah. There's like a few more things. And first of all,
You're only on like step 3.
yeah, I have
You
a
got
lot of things to do, and it's getting late. But first of all, when you complete 6 things or like a lot of things back to back that you have on a checklist to do, it is the most satisfying feeling in the world getting to highlight all of them and
Slow your
just
roll.
delete them.
Most satisfying feeling in the world.
Okay, it's
Would you
it's
put it in your top 10? No. Top 1,000.
being extremely productive for multiple hours in a row is in my top 10 most satisfying feelings.
What else would you throw in there?
Sex, eating when I'm really hungry,
Other than like the obvious
like
ones, like
peeing when
taking
you're
a
really
big shit.
Okay. I'd say when I finish like a really hard, like a long video,
Mhm.
a hard and long one,
Hard and long. Finished hard and long.
getting a win in Warzone.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, also,
Oh.
guys,
One of our proudest moments.
the other day, last
Yesterday.
night, Kyle Shim and I were playing Warzone at night, and the Xbox like servers were down for like voice chat.
We couldn't talk.
We couldn't talk to each other, and we played our best game of Warzone we've ever played
Ever.
without saying a single word.
Dominated. Utter domination. Played great. It was
We were
amazing.
out of our mind. Like, everyone played so perfectly. Our communication was on point, even though we didn't communicate. And I actually think we would play better when
I
we
agree.
don't talk.
I think it was almost. It made me sad when we went back to chatting and we just got worse.
Yeah.
Why does my voice crack like that?
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, getting all these things done off my checklist, it feels really good. But recently, I've been having like certain days where like I have a lot I want to do, and then sometimes like shit just happens, and you can't. Like, shit happens sometimes, and you don't get to accomplish everything you want to in a day. And normally, if I get to that point and it's like 9 o'clock at night and I have like 5 things left, I get like really stressed and antsy and like frustrated.
Nancy Nancy.
Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm running out of hours. I don't know what to do. I'm really tired. But going back to none of this matters, I've just like been adopting this mindset. I've been trying. It's hard to do it all the time, but like just letting things go.
That is something that I would say, yes, you need to work on.
Yeah. But I think
we all can, though.
I do think I'm glad that I'm stubborn with my work, in the sense that I think it's done good for me, but there's also times when like I need to just chill out because I'm not going to be able to edit like 7 videos in a day, like that type of thing. There's just some things where it's like, you know what, just fuck it. It's not happening. Deal with it tomorrow. And I never used to have that mindset of deal with it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think it's always good to like always
No.
be like, oh, let's deal with it tomorrow.
There's a balance, but I also feel like you were a person that you like to get a lot on your plate.
Oh yeah. There's always too much on my plate. That's
Mhm.
the thing.
You need to smaller your portions, shrink your portions of things you need to do.
See, but if I have less food on my plate, I get antsy and depressed. I'm only happy when I'm busy 24/7.
But then you have no time for fun.
I know, but for me, the most fun I have is when I'm like working towards something that I'm passionate about. So like if I'm busy and it's a bunch of shit I don't want to do, obviously I don't like
Yeah.
it. But if it's like I'm busy because I gotta record PIMS, then I gotta record NOS, then I gotta edit them, and then I gotta like do this and that, and at the end of the day, I'm not done till like 10. If I get everything done, I don't have any guilt inside when I'm trying to relax. That's another thing.
Yeah, you have guilt when
I
you
am
relax.
fueled by guilt.
Yeah.
That is my like motivating factor of everything I do in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't work hard because I like enjoy it. I work hard because if I don't,
You feel guilty.
my mind is like, you're a fucking lazy piece of shit, and there are so many millions of people out there doing exactly what you don't want to do right now, so they're going to be more successful than you. That happens every single day.
Dude, you gotta go get therapy or something.
No, but it's good. It fuels me.
Yeah, it's good. But there is obviously a balance. Everything in life comes to balance. You can't
Yeah.
be like, oh, just go with the flow. I mean, you can be, but you're not going to necessarily be successful doing that.
Yeah.
Or you can't be just the guy that's like, oh, I gotta get it done. Like, oh, just those are the worst people. I hate people like that.
But I agree. They're annoying. But at the same time, a lot of the most successful people are people that like I saw a tweet and it was like, we got to stop glorifying overworking.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also was thinking about it and it's like, yeah, but so many of the top people overwork.
But would you rather be at the top and you just have no time and you're like sad with your life? You know what I mean?
No, I'd rather be at the top of the top and be at the top and be happy. And I think a lot
That's
of
hard to
people
do.
are happy though.
Yeah, but I think a lot of those people, like, their work never stops, and I never want to be like that because I mean, obviously there's, like, I want to keep working towards something, and, like, I want to have work to do, but I never want to be someone where I'm just always, like, work just never stops, and, like, I can never shut off.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's something I value is, like, shutting off.
Yeah. But like Michael Jordan, he probably overworked by
Yeah.
most people's standards. He overworked.
Mhm.
And there's probably people that are like, oh, that's unhealthy. But it's like, Yeah, but
There's different
that's
breeds of
why
people,
he's
though.
the fucking best of all time, is because he didn't shut off. If he shut off and was tired at like 6
Yeah, but he
and
was
went
a
to bed,
dick.
yeah, that's how you. But I get it.
I know, like you have to be a dick to be at the top. Which is
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be a dick. I want to be a nice guy that people like.
yeah, but it's like, and that's this battle I have. It's like I want to be just like a normal dude, but I want to be the fucking goat. So like,
Can't be normal and be the
yeah,
goat.
you can't be. That's what's the thing. I don't know if you can do both. I don't think
I
you
don't
can
think you
be a
can.
normal, balanced lifestyle.
How
where
about you shoot from like the? How about you shoot for like the middle of the upper? It's
no,
like you're not at the top. You're not at
no,
the
that's
top.
not
You're just,
acceptable
you're
for
riding, You're riding the top. You're like, I'm like in the. I'm up here.
No.
I'm good.
See that dude in my head won't let it
Oh,
happen.
that guy sucks.
No, he's the best because he's the reason I do so much shit. Pims wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that dude in my head.
Okay, get that doo doo in your head. Got doo doo in your head. At some point though, like, you can't.
At some point, it's gonna pay off, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! Thank you, dude, for making me feel like a horrible person every time I go to sleep."
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Dude, that actually like I'll wake myself up without an alarm because of the guilt. Guilt wakes me up in the morning.
that is, dude, you need therapy.
No, but it's good. If I go
it's
to
good, but-
that's what I'm worried. If I go to therapy and I like don't feel guilty for like eating unhealthy, like, or if I
That's
don't
fine.
if I don't feel guilty for like putting off a project and doing it later in the week, that could come to bite me in the ass, because then if I didn't do it and then something later in the week comes up, let's say I get in a car crash and then I can't edit the video that night. If I had edited it earlier in the week, it would be done. And then in that case, we might miss a PIMS upload.
Okay.
You see how
yeah,
this is
but-
like a chain of events.
I see that, but one could argue maybe that project wasn't necessary, and you could have just scrapped the project and had a little more John time to just like.
You're saying I could have more time to myself and like
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things. that-
Because if you're talking about nothing matters, wouldn't you want to live your life happy and having fun?
Yes.
Obviously, yes, there's a balance. You can't just always have fun. There's shit you got to do. You have to work. You have to make money. You have
Yeah.
to like pay bills, all that shit.
Yeah. No, I mean that's what I'm saying. I've been learning to adapt more of that mentality of like, fuck it, it's not happening today, and then just accepting it.
That's good.
But I don't know. I just at my core, I really do believe that like the corny saying, hard work pays off,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it happen in my life, and other people say like, oh, it's happened in my life, so trust me, it'll eventually pay off. So then that's always like the thing. It's like, oh well, I could just chill tonight and not do anything, but it's like someone else is out there working, and if hard work does pay off and I'm not doing the hard work, then it's not going to get the payoff.
Okay, that's fair.
But
hey, the grand scheme, nothing matters.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so funny, dude. I calculated how many days I've probably spent like doing PIMS as a whole, whether it's recording or editing.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I don't know what, it was some crazy number, like 60 days in the last year and a half or something.
Jeez.
Or like, I don't know exactly what it was, but around there. That's what I was saying earlier, is we think that we matter and we feel like there's something important that we need to like, some status thing. But like you said, there's such a small percentage of people that have anything carry on to the future generations. So I'm going to like spend half my life working on something, and even if it like pays off in the monetary sense, I'm just going to die. So it's like,
Yeah,
what's the point?
That's true. And I think some people are at that point of what's the point of anything, and that's where things can get bad because
Yeah.
you don't want to be at that point. I mean, you can. I just feel like everyone can live their life how they want to live their life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to feel like you have to go and follow a certain path
Yeah.
just because that's what other people have done and been successful doing. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a lot more lax when it comes to like life
Yeah.
because it can end any second.
Yeah.
So why not be happy?
Yeah.
and
I mean,
not be
there
bogged down.
There definitely are some people that, this one YouTuber I watch, he always says like, he's like, guys, I did not work for this at all. Like
Just got
he's
lucky.
very verbal. He's like, I just got super lucky. He's like, I don't put much time into it, and it just pays my bills, and
That's
here I am. And
beast.
and there's like
Yeah. Some people just fall into it.
yeah, and I mean, some people will admit that and be like, I didn't do shit, it just happened. But then other people will fall into it and then act like they like
I put
deserve
so much
it.
work into this. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't like though when like someone, like if you don't want to do shit, like if you want to like not work hard, that's fine. That's your life. But it does bother me when someone willingly doesn't want to work hard and then they have the audacity to like complain about not getting something.
Yeah. It's like you didn't work at all for it. So it's like, why
Like,
would you
oh,
get
why
it
isn't
anyways?
it like, why can't I grow my page? It's like,
You don't do anything.
you literally haven't done anything in 8
Yeah.
months. So
Yeah. That's a lot of podcasts are like that too. You start a podcast and you expect like, I'm just gonna grow, but it's like you're not doing much to grow.
yeah.
You have to put out episodes. You have to engage with people. Like you have to get a little bit of luck is a factor too.
Yeah, man. That's why I mean this show it's grown a lot, but it is hard. It's been really hard to grow this show just because since we're not known for anything.
Yeah.
We don't have a big following from anything. And so like I think because of that our like chance of hitting that luck thing, whatever that percentage of getting like that luck thing is that happens that makes your show blow up, our chances of hitting that are way lower since we're not like known for something.
Yeah, so we gotta force it to the top.
We gotta force it
We
to
gotta
get
just
lucky.
Get it. This is the. Never mind.
No, do it.
Yeah, so this is us, the fist. This is the cusp of the top. We have to force our way through.
Yeah, so it's like picture like a butthole.
Yeah,
It's like a hole.
Yeah, and we're like a fist.
And we're a fist, and you just gotta fist
gotta-
it in there, and it doesn't want to go through, and
But
then
it does.
Oh, and then,
It's so
and then
good.
as you'll notice from our demonstration, when it finally goes through, it just launches to the top.
And that'll be us. We're the fist, and life is the butthole. We're going straight through it.
On that note, should we
Yeah.
go into the segment? By the way, guys, all of you listening, if you've been a fan or you're a new fan, you should just message us. We just like talking to you guys.
Yeah.
We respond to everybody, and honestly, I think Kyle will agree with this feeling. The dopamine rush that I get when we get like a new message on the PIMS Instagram from like
yeah. Unless it's
unless it's like fucking weird.
Yeah.
One of the I don't know who it was, but we got some message sometime about like I'm not gonna say it. We've got some like weird messages in the past.
I don't know what you're going towards right
It was like something involving like nakedness or like body parts.
What? What? Wait,
I don't. Never
that's
mind.
fine. Let's move on.
But my point being, you guys should message us and engage with us. We always respond to you guys. Also, before we hop into these segments, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMS podcast, PIMS podcast. If you guys want extra content and are a fan of the show, you can check it out. There's deleted scenes and bloopers videos. You get a personalized video shout out. You get access to our Discord, a bunch of good stuff. So also, thank you to everybody who went and checked out the Not a Sheep podcast. We posted our first episode last week, and it's been doing really well so far. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't checked it out and you're a fan of music, the music industry, you want to hear interviews from talented artists, be sure to go check that out.
Check it.
And with all that being said, Kyle.
Rick, check it.
That was good.
That was music.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
So I decided to Google. I started with do people.
Okay.
So there's the regular ones. Do people live in Antarctica? I don't really know the answer to that. I think they do, but they're only scientists. There's not like native Antarcticans.
Yeah, I don't think you can just hang out there.
Yeah. Do people eat penguins? Do people eat bass? And then I picture some religious little people Googling this.
Religious little people? like
not
religious
little people, but like youngins. I would
Okay,
say.
young
Some
religious
young little
people.
church boy is just do people with tattoos go to heaven?
Oh, okay.
Because I'm sure people have been told, son, you cannot get a tattoo. You will go to hell.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteed there's hundreds of thousands of people who have been
Yeah,
told that.
I think that's a common Christian stigma.
My sister, when she got a tattoo, when she told my mom she was going to get a tattoo, my mom cried. She has since come around to tattoos.
Yeah.
But yes, people are just. I think it's a generational thing. Like my mom was even saying when she got her ears pierced, her mom was pissed.
Yeah, dude, there was a time where like getting your ears pierced was like a slutty thing to do.
Yeah, now everyone has their ears pierced, and now tattoos are kind of. I wouldn't say everyone has a tattoo, but it's
a lot of people have like one tattoo.
Yeah, it's along the same spectrum as getting your ears pierced. I think nose piercings are coming too. There's guys that have nose piercings now. For a while, it was like, oh, you got your nose pierced? Like,
yeah.
Now it's like most people.
Now there's septum piercings.
A lot of people
there's
have
like
piercings.
Tongues, lips.
Okay, so let's find out what Google says.
Yeah.
The answer to your question as worded is no. In fact, you will not be taken from your current body into heaven. There's no answer.
I mean, that's the thing.
Like Answer.com tried to have this answer, but it just re-asked the question. So like
Answers.com is trash, dude.
Yeah, so there's no answer, but
I mean,
I'm going to say, yeah, you can go to heaven.
I think that a lot of the Christian traditions, there's so many things that they say that like, oh, you can't
be gay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that people will try and
Well, people say now still that like you can't be gay.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, I feel Christians have more like in their eyes more reliable evidence for that belief than the tattoo belief, you know? Because there are verses about like a man and a woman or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like with tattoos, I feel like they try and just find like some verse.
Yeah, you're messing with God's gift.
And it's like then they try and apply it to the tattoo thing when I think in reality back then they just probably didn't have many tattoo options available.
Yeah.
But
I'm just not a religious guy. So I don't like when people judge other people based on their religion. That like bothers me.
But you don't like religion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like if somebody was religious and they're judging somebody else because of their religion, that bothers me because I don't follow a religion, so I just see people as people. I don't feel like
but like the people who have their religions, they truly believe that they're like following the right thing. So if you're like shitting on them, then you're shitting on their religion, which is no different than them telling someone they can't do. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like if you think what their beliefs are dumb, you like that's the same as them thinking tattoos are bad.
But then it's like, could I shit on? Say there was a religion where it's like we have to murder all Christians.
I mean, yeah, that's like the Nazis are terrible. That's sure, yeah, but I don't know any religions. It's always the extremists that do that. No,
I'll say extremists.
You don't like extremists.
Extreme people, extreme light, extreme right, extreme left, extreme religion people.
Yeah,
too much for me.
Yeah. See, I love religion. Like I don't know what my religious thoughts are currently. Like I'm still just figuring out what I believe about the world.
That's kind of what I would say too.
But I'm very passionate about religion. Like I truly enjoy religion as a whole. Like I went to a religious college and I've read like lots of religious texts and stuff, and it's like I get why people think religion is like absurd, but I don't know, at least from the stuff I've read, I think that people who discredit any type of religion and think that it's like, oh, we're just fucking cells and we just die. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that's a little short-sighted. Is that the right one?
Yeah. I'll backtrack because I'm not like an atheist where I just think all of it is dumb. I guess what I mean is like, I don't think one is just right. I think that there's portions of different ones that I think have good things you can take away from.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think if I really had to say what I think is real, I think that all the religions are stories of how these different groups of people from different parts of the world thought the world originated. Mm-hmm. And back then,
and it just got passed on.
Yeah, it just gets passed on and things get written down and changed over time. Like I probably don't think there was a virgin birth if I had to put a finger on it, but
then how did that happen?
What do you mean? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't think there really was a virgin birth.
Yeah, no, I
but
agree.
Like I don't know. I think I love religion as a whole, and I'm fascinated when I talk to someone who's like a different religion. I think it's cool. Like, it's like, oh, so you got to like do all these weird like traditions, and it's like growing up, I knew this Mormon person, and it was so interesting because like
It's completely different.
it's like, dude, you got to go to church for like 8 hours every single Sunday, no matter what. Like, they're there the whole day.
I'd rather watch football.
That is wild.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Dude, there's like no exceptions. It was Father's Day, and they're just at church all day.
Is it really the entire day?
I mean, it's
What do they
like
do?
6 hours minimum.
Dude.
They have like breakfast, and it's like a whole. It's like, but I mean, think. I also, anytime I think
It's
I
a
hear
community
something
thing.
that's weird, or like where my first instinct is, oh, that's weird.
Mhm.
I try and think about, well, it's weird to me because I've never done it. But if you grow up
And that's what's normal
and it's
to
like,
you.
oh, all your best friends are Mormon, and you go and then you have breakfast and you hang out with all your friends, it's like
That's true.
in that context, it's probably not as weird.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. Wow, that was a deep little tangent.
'Kay.
All right.
So yeah, what did you Google?
Okay. So I typed in how come, and now this one isn't too ridiculous, but it's kind of interesting. How come birds don't get electrocuted on the wires? And because I grew up and I always
Yeah.
heard that like you
don't
can't
touch the wire.
you can't touch the wires.
Yeah.
And I think still to this day, if humans were to go touch the electrical wires, you would get electrocuted.
Is that really a thing?
But it says the copper in electrical wires is a great conductor. Birds are not good conductors. That's one reason that they don't get shocked when they sit on the electrical wires. The energy bypasses the birds and keeps flowing along the wire instead.
Oh, whoa. Are we good conductors? Probably because like when you shuffle your feet on the ground. If I were to shuffle my feet on
and
the
then
ground,
touch it.
yeah, explosion.
Um,
Wait, so if I literally just poke a wire, I die?
see, I don't know about that. I only know about the bird realm.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, there's another reason why birds can't sit on a wire without can sit on a wire without getting shocked. There's no voltage difference in a single wire. For electrons to move, there must be what scientists call a difference in electrical potential.
So birds have the same electrical potential as copper wire.
For example, energy flows from areas of high voltage to areas of low voltage. If it flows through a single power line at 35,000 volts, it will continue along the path of least resistance. That means it'll bypass birds because there's no difference in electrical potential. It would be a different story if a bird touched the ground while sitting on the wire. Oh,
Why?
that would cause it to get shocked. This would also happen if a bird touched another wire with a different voltage. Wait, so if a bird touches the ground and the wire at the same time, they'd get electrocuted. What does the ground
The
change?
ground probably has electrical something.
Electrical potential.
Wait, so then what if the wire touches the ground? It doesn't just electrocute, does it? Maybe it
No,
does.
but if we, that's why if we touched it.
Oh,
so
so
if
if I
we were
jump-
floating,
Oh yeah.
if we
I
levitated,
okay.
I don't think we would get electrocuted.
All right.
Yeah, because remember,
you never see squirrels on electric lines too, though, do you?
no
Squirrels have kinetic.
electrical
Electric.
potential. Well, because you know the phrase like, oh, make sure you're grounded. Like before, you ever heard someone say that? It's like, oh, like if you're dealing with electrical stuff, like you got to make sure it's grounded first.
Make sure what's grounded. You
It's like a term. I don't know what it means, but it's like you got to like make sure you're grounded before
firmly
you
plant
do
your
something.
feet before you grab the electric wire.
No, it's something about like getting the currents to not fuck with you. In the dumbest way possible.
I don't know.
In these cases, the bird's body would become a path for electricity. It would move through the bird to reach either the ground or another place with a different voltage. That's why power lines tend to be high in the air with plenty of space between the wires. Damn. All right. Well, I don't know. There you go. Now you know why
But
birds don't get electrocuted.
Trees touch them, and trees touch the ground.
But trees can't.
Trees are the ground.
Wait, I don't know.
Dude.
Well, trees aren't people. Like they're not living. Well, no, they are living though. Huh? Can a
They don't have
plant?
a heartbeat though,
Yeah, a plant can't get electrocuted.
because our hearts they have electric
Potential.
You can use electric to get the heart going.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
We
You
learned
heard it
something
here
new.
first, ladies.
learn something new. Well, let's move on to our fan questions here.
Yes. This
mean-
is my favorite segment ever, guys. I want to remind you all, if you're listening, if you want your question read aloud on the show, DM us on Instagram or Twitter. We respond to everybody, so be sure to message us. And if your question is good, we might not answer it right away because we have like 30 questions already, but we will save it for a future episode. So, Kyle, which one do you like so far? Oh, I got one for you.
Okay. Ooh.
So, at Brian Pam asked, favorite TV show that you finished in one night? For me, it's got to be American Vandal.
In one. Damn. Finished that in one night.
I actually, that's funny
a good
he
show.
said that. I also watched American Vandal in one night, or in like a day and a half, I guess.
Yeah, I watched it pretty quick.
There's a lot of shows I can watch in 2 days, but there's only one show that I know that I've watched start to finish without stopping, and that was Goliath, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Really?
It is amazing. The first season is absolutely amazing. The other seasons are kind of okay.
Yeah, I stopped watching after the first season.
Yeah, the first season's awesome.
I watched Dave in a day.
Wow, how many
This-
episodes?
8 to 10 episodes, and they're like 30 minutes, so it wasn't that bad.
So like just 4 to 5 hours straight.
Yeah, it's quarantine, man.
Nice, yeah.
What else have I watched in a day? I have watched some seasons of Love Island in record time. There's
Whoa.
there's like 50 episodes in a season,
Okay.
and I've probably finished it in like a week. No, week and a half.
50. How long are they?
Around an hour.
Dude,
Let me
that's 50 hours of your week. Your week is only
How many hours is your week?
75, or 24 times 7. Bro, that's 2 days.
Hold up,
2 of
hold
your
up,
7
hold
days
up,
you spent
hold up.
watching Love Island? Because it's
Hold up.
50
24
hours.
times 7. 168.
Yes, Kyle, a day is 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
24 times 2 is 48.
Facts.
You spent 2 of your 7 days in a week watching Love Island?
Look, the
You
beginning.
should be ashamed if you're not.
I have slowed that pace. I don't know if it was a week. It was probably a little longer than a week.
Okay.
But I was watching at a rapid pace. I just had nothing else to do.
When was this? During
like
quarantine?
early quarantine? Like when
Like
I was
out of every show you could have dude, you could have watched a better show.
Dude, I love Love Island. It's awesome. That's like in my top 10 favorite shows. It's just funny. The British people are awesome.
Oh my god.
Some idiots on there. There's hot people. It's great. It's a good time.
Dude,
I
it doesn't
recommend it.
sound like
if
a good
anyone
time.
else loves Love Island, Luke, that's Luke's favorite show, Love Island.
Bro, that show is
You've never
What
watched
do you
it.
get? What do you get out of it?
It's just entertaining. I don't know. Like I said, I have a guilty pleasure for shows like that
Okay.
where it's just like kind of a bunch of idiots trying to fall in love.
Did you watch all
I
of
think
Love is
that's-
Blind?
Yeah. Like I think that I love shows like that. I think they're funny. I think they're funny and
Do you
they're-
watch them by yourself?
I sometimes, but like I'll watch them with people.
Yeah, but like when you're ever do you ever just like
Like,
when
my
you're
sister
watching
and
it
I
are you
watch-
like what am I doing?
Yeah.
Or you
I mean, yeah. I do. But,
Okay.
you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
No one's watching.
You're watching.
I'm watching. Yeah,
Alright.
that's true. Okay. Well, let me find a different one. This is one we sort of talked about before, but Lexus _ Medina or Medina?
Medina probably.
Medina asks, what podcast do you two listen to? So, John, what are some of your favorite podcasts?
Obviously the Basement Yard, we've talked about that a lot.
Mhm.
Duncan Trussell Family Hour is my favorite. If I'm trying to like not listen to a comedy and I want one that I'm actually going to like think about life, very philosophical one. Joe Rogan, obviously. I love his. The Stank podcast, Other People's Lives. The H3 podcast. H3 is like a famous YouTuber. And then another one I love is called the Misfits podcast. And that's like a group. That's like the only podcast that has more than 4 people that I've heard that still works.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of podcasts, when they get too many people, they're
Too
too
many
chaotic
voices,
for
yeah.
me. They have like 5 to 6 on most episodes, and it just works really well, and it's hilarious. So,
Okay.
what about you, Kyle?
Let's see. Let me read through my podcast list here. I think my all-time favorite is Pardon My Take. It's a sports podcast.
Do you listen to every episode?
right
Right when it comes out? Or you got
like usually that night?
okay.
Like, cause I listen to podcasts to fall asleep every single night.
Yeah.
I listen to I listen to a lot of sports podcasts like Bill Simmons, Pat McAfee Show, Ryan Russillo. I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes.
Do you have any that aren't sports or
Yeah.
maybe more like rando ones
So
that
I
people
have-
wouldn't expect?
I have the Wild Times, which is with Forrest Galante. He's been on
Oh yeah,
on Joe Rogan.
he's like a big nature guy.
Yeah, he's they just talk about nature and shit, and like they're kind of funny too. So I like it. It's like satisfying for me to fall asleep thinking about nature.
Okay.
And that's the same with Neil deGrasse Tyson when I listen to Star Talk.
Yeah.
'cause you talk about space and you're just like, oh.
Like what nature stuff? Like what do they talk about?
Like
Like
they'll talk
animals
about
and shit.
yeah,
and
well
like,
they'll talk about like stories of when they go on their expeditions because he has a TV show on Animal Planet where they're looking for animals that are supposed to be extinct.
yeah.
It's called Extinct or Alive, I think.
You got any more of those? Mainly those ones.
No, yeah, that's peaked in middle school. No, I don't really listen to our podcast. I listen to it when we edit it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much of a reason for me to re-listen to it after I've lived it and then also edited it.
It's like you live it twice.
Yeah. But you're gonna listen to Not a Sheep
Yeah,
because I'm gonna force you to.
That's all my
I'm gonna like tie you down and just play it in your ear at full volume.
okay.
That would be a terrible torture to
Playing
have
podcast?
just anything on full volume, right, with like
Well, that's what
mega
they-
speakers.
Yeah, that they do that to people to keep them awake when so they go insane.
like an Ozark.
Yeah,
Dude.
they do it to Marty.
Oh.
Shit.
We'll just do one more for the both of us. So just look and see if you find one.
Okay, I got one. Riley 90.
Okay.
Why did the chicken really cross the road? This was
Wow.
I've read this one and I've avoided asking it because I don't really have an answer to it. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why was a chicken near the road?
Which chicken? We don't know who this chicken
The
was.
chicken-
Who owned it? Maybe he was a free roamer.
If I were to guess, why did the chicken cross the road? It probably had escaped from its coop.
Yeah.
So either it was being mistreated, it knew it was going to become chicken nuggets,
So it did its
Chicken
best
wing.
to get out.
so it was trying to escape. I think it's trying to escape the farm.
it's like
I wouldn't want to live on a farm if
like-
I'm an
it's like-
animal.
the American dream. Like it's trying to come to a new land to start a new life.
Hey, he's trying to live his dream.
And as soon as he crosses, he could. But when the chicken first crossed the road, was there? What time period was this? Could he have gotten hit by a car? Probably not. There wasn't cars yet, right?
What?
When the chicken crossed the road.
If there's a road, there's cars.
What do you mean? There was roads before cars. There's horses.
Oh, facts.
There's bikes.
Yeah, but you could get run over by a horse.
Yeah. So
And
I guess that's
buggy.
my question. Like,
When did the first chicken cross the road?
yeah,
There's been a
because
lot of
it's
chickens that
a
have
chicken.
That's true. That's true. It doesn't really give you a time period. I'm just thinking modern day. If a chicken is crossing the road, it's probably escaping, or it's a wild chicken if those
Yeah.
still exist.
Okay, this is like gonna sound really dumb, but
Yeah.
like,
It can't be worse than you thinking tigers and lions are the same thing.
like, what does that come from?
Oh, I don't know. Where's the chicken cross the road?
Like, is it only like a punchline to a
Joke.
cheesy joke, or what? Do you think it was like some allegory, sort of? I don't know if that's the word, but
It
like
could be.
some story about that's supposed to represent life. Like, oh, you're teaching your kids something, and you go, "Why'd the chicken cross the road?" And then maybe there's some answer that we've lost.
Yeah, I don't know, but there was one person who started that joke. That's kind of crazy to think about, and that's one of those things where you can impact life because that we don't know who that person is, but little do they know their joke is still going.
But it's not funny. That's the
It is
thing.
funny, but it's like
I don't get
it's
it.
still going though.
Yeah,
That's
man.
legendary. If I could have one little thing like that I say that just gets taken on for the rest of history,
I concur.
I concur. Yeah, but I'm not the only one that said that,
No, but like it'll be a common thing where your crush comes up to you and finally admits her feelings for
Oh,
you,
see, I concur.
and the go-to thing to say will finally be "I concur," and you'll
hey,
be
Jennifer
the reason.
Aniston liked it
Yeah.
in my dream. But
Well, there you go, guys. I don't know. Let us know why you think the chicken crossed the road. Be sure to leave a review of our show on the Apple Podcast app. I say it every single week, and I know you're about to click off right now, but do it or else you're a beep. Yeah, you're one of those. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening. It means a lot to us. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel if you want a full video version of every single episode. I think it's way cooler, way more fun. And even if you got work to do, you could just throw it up. Maybe it's in the background. Maybe it's like you peek at it to see our face every once in a while, and it makes you a little happier. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for listening. New episodes every single Monday and Thursday. One more reminder, we have a second podcast under the Farrar Productions family. It is called Not a Sheep. It is a music podcast hosted by me and Matt, who was on the last episode. So be sure to check that out. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, like John said, keep asking questions. If you have anything you want us to talk about, whatever. If you want to say hi, you want to say bye, you want to say
Fuck you, you ugly piece of
you can say that, but I
cardboard.
might not respond to that.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
So that's it. Goodbye.
You guys can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.